Good morning. Most people, Irish people at least that I know, love dogs. Fewer love cats, but most like dogs. Most folk feel positive about dogs and about their characters. Woodrow Wilson, the former president of the United States, once said, "If a dog will not come to you after having looked you in the face, you should go home and examine your conscience." One of the most enduring features of my own dog, Ivy, a Jack Russell, is small poos. It's always possible to find something positive to say about your dog. Even to refer to some fellow as he's a bit of a dog isn't too bad. But that was not the case in Bible times or Bible lands. A dog was universally despised in the East. To call someone a dog was certainly not polite. To call someone a dog was certainly not PC. To call someone a dog in Bible times was very emotive and showed that you were very annoyed and unhappy with what someone was doing or saying. So when we read this morning in Philippians chapter 3 verse 2, the following from Paul, we should take notice. Watch out for those dogs, those evildoers, those mutilators of the flesh. Paul the Apostle is clearly worried for his Philippian Christian friends. The Apostle Paul is clearly unhappy with a certain group of individuals. To prove the point, he calls them dogs. Eugene Peterson's take on this verse is steer clear of the barking dogs, those religious busybodies, all bark and no bite. Why? Well, this grouping, whom he calls dogs, their approach to pleasing God, of living with God, is keep the rules. God can be pacified. God can be placated. God can be conned into thinking we're all good, if we just keep the rules. In this case, it was circumcision. Be circumcised and all will be well. Paul's comment at this point it reminds me of that famous phrase from the Dead Poets Society when discussing the poetry of J. Edward Pritchard. The teacher said, excrement. In other words, Paul says, you're dogs for speaking like this. Jesus died on the cross because and for each of us. So great is our need, so great is our sin, so holy is our God, that God himself had to intervene and die himself to pay the penalty that is ours. And you say, forget Jesus, just keep the rules? You dogs, how dare you? Let's pray. We thank you for the finished work of Christ. We thank you that he died on the cross, and he died, he said, is finished. And that by one sacrifice, he has made perfect forever a group of people who are being made holy. We are saved by faith, by grace, and not by works, so that no one can boast. Those of us who have been saved by faith, may we live by faith this day, and not by works. Amen.